Hello. In this 20-minute core focus power flow, we will not only be focusing on strengthening the abdominals and obliques, but also the back and glutes. For this class, you will need 2 blocks set at the top of the mat. If you do not have blocks, you can use a chair or a sturdy box to ground the hands. We'll start today in downward facing dog. And take a few moments here to allow yourself to slow down. Really begin to root down into the pose. Invitation to take any little movements that you need to settle, or maybe eventually landing in stillness. 2 breaths here. Take a full breath in, fill up through the belly, ribs, chest, sip in a little more air. Open mouth, let it go. Again, full breath in. Full breath out. This time on your inhale, bring the gaze forward. See if you can keep drawing the belly in towards the spine, engage the core, lift your hips up high as you give a generous bend in the knees. And slowly we'll begin to tiptoe the feet forward towards the top edge of the mat. Keep it nice and controlled. And take your time to arrive. We'll eventually meet at the top of your mat in a forward fold. On your next inhale, when you're ready, we'll take a breath into halfway lift. Hands can come to shins, maybe blocks, or hands to quads. And exhale, fold. One more time, breath into halfway lift, draw the belly in. Can you lengthen through the crown of the head, engage the spinal muscles? And exhale, fold. This time we'll take a breath into halfway lift. See if you can get your spine parallel towards the mat. Then bring your hands to blocks, chair, or maybe a box if you have it, just to give a little more stability to the foundation. Bring your feet about hip or maybe shoulder distance apart. Fingertips resting gently, keep drawing the belly in. On your next inhale, we'll lift our right leg up to fire hydrant. Open the right leg away from the body, sole the right foot facing towards the right side of the room. On your exhale, release back down. 3 more times just like that. See if you can keep it nice and controlled. So as you inhale, extend the leg open away from the body. And exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the leg. See if you can avoid using momentum to get the height. Keep it nice and controlled. Exhale, lower. One more time, inhale. Right leg will lift away from the body, getting it perpendicular. This time, twisted root, cross your right leg behind the left leg. Soft, generous bend in the knees. You can keep the hands grounded or maybe allow the body, the chest to melt down. A few breaths here, stretching through the right side, the right IT band. If you want to go a little deeper, you can settle the hips over towards the right as you walk the hands over towards the left. 2 more breaths. When you feel ready, begin to unravel, come back through center. We'll take that to the other side. So inhale to halfway lift. You can plant the hands or fingertips to blocks or maybe chair. Keep the belly in towards the spine, engage the core. On your inhale, we'll lift the left leg, so extend it up away from the body, getting it perpendicular. And exhale, release back down. 3 more times, nice and controlled. Avoid using momentum. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, plant the feet. 2 more times, breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, inhale, lift. This time, twisted root, cross the left leg behind the right. Soft bend in the knees, let the head hang heavy. A few breaths here. Option to deepen by leaning the hips over towards the left. You can circle hands over towards the right. 2 more breaths. When you feel about even, you can begin to unravel, come back through center. Option for Malasana, yogi squat, so you can bring the heels in, toes out, bend your knees, sink your hips. A few breaths here. And then when you're ready, we'll plant the hands, pivot the toes. We'll step back, meet in a high plank. Pause here at the top. Keep drawing the belly in towards your spine. Can you press the floor away? Pull the shoulder blades apart. Soft bend in the elbows. As you press into the heels, begin to light up the posterior chain as you lengthen the crown of the head forward. On your exhale, chaturanga, you can lower knees, chest, chin, or high to low plank. Take a breath into upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more time, inhale. And exhale. This time on your inhale, right leg will lift, three-legged dog. And see if you can keep the weight even through both hands. Really root down strong into the left foot. And just like we did at the beginning of class, can you find that fire hydrant leg with the right side, kicking the right leg over, getting it perpendicular to the body. Keep flexing the toes. Again, keep the weight even through both hands. Press strong into both legs. Can you stay active through all the limbs? Keep drawing the belly in. On your exhale, we're going to crunch. Right knee crosses over towards the left elbow. One more time, inhale. Lengthen that right leg out long. Can you bring it perpendicular to the body? Hold. Exhale, bring that knee across, tap the left elbow. Inhale, this time three-legged dog, so send the right leg straight up and back. High crescent lunge, right foot between the hands. Inhale brings you up to standing. A few breaths here to settle. Readjust the feet as you need. Hands can come to hips or maybe extend arms up overhead. Keep pressing strong through both legs. Draw the belly in, tuck the tailbone down. On your inhale, can you lengthen up and out of the ribs? Exhale, settle, maybe sink the hips a little deeper. This time, hands to heart center. As you inhale, can you lengthen the crown of the head forward? Exhale, revolved crescent lunge, twisting over towards the right. Hook that left elbow around the right thigh. A few breaths here. Keep pressing strong to the left heel, left hamstring. As you inhale, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Take another full breath in. And stay for the exhale. And can you keep your hips low, chest to a hover? We're going to square chest forward, diagonal lunge. So hands stay to prayer, bringing that chest hovering over the right thigh. Stay active through the legs. Light up the spinal muscles, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Take another full breath in. Dragon twist, left hand to the inside of the right foot, right fingers up towards the sky. Your choice, maybe stay here or option for the side plank. Right leg up and over, maybe take this on forearms and knees. Or maybe explore a different variation. You can hover the right leg or maybe bring the right foot to a tree pose. Keep pressing down as you lift the hips, maybe bring the gaze up overhead. Take another full breath in. On your exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other side, inhale, left leg will lift, three-legged dog. Pause here. Can you find the foundation through the hands? Press down strong to the right leg. And finding that fire hydrant with the left leg, begin to extend the sole of the foot away from the body, trying to get it perpendicular to the body. Pause here in stillness. Can you keep the weight even through both hands? Press into both feet. Flex the left toes. On your exhale, crunch left knee comes across to right elbow. One more time, inhale, extend the left leg out away from the body. Exhale, crunch knee to right elbow. Three-legged dog, inhale, send that left leg straight up and back. And foot between the hands, high crescent lunge. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. One more time, inhale. And exhale, settle. This time, hands to prayer if you're not already there. Lengthen the crown of the head forward. On your exhale, twist left. Hook the right elbow around the left thigh. A few breaths here. Can you use your breath to deepen into the twist and then really initiate the twist from the core? So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper, left shoulder back, right shoulder under. Maybe bring the gaze up across the left shoulder. Press into both legs strong, maybe a little more into the ball of the right foot to square the right hip point forward. Can you keep the legs, the hips exactly where they are? Diagonal lunge. Hands stay to prayer, this time squaring the chest forward. Heart is hovering over the left leg. Really engage the spinal muscles. As you reach top of the head forward, can you peek over the top edge of the mat? Dragon twist, right hand to the inside of the left foot. Maybe left fingers up towards the sky. Option to allow the gaze to follow. Stay here or side plank. Left leg up and over. Option again for knees and forearms for the side plank. And then maybe left leg will lift, or maybe bring that left leg to a tree. Wherever you are, can you press down, lift your hips, take up space, take another full breath in. On your exhale, chaturanga, high to low plank. Breath into upward facing, and breath out, downward facing. Breathe in, and open mouth, let it go. We'll take this flow and add on. On your next inhale, right leg will lift, three-legged dog. Find the foundation in the hands. Then we'll extend the right leg away from the body. Find that fire hydrant with the right leg. This time on your exhale, we'll crunch right knee, comes across to left elbow, fallen star. Straighten the right leg, left arm begins to lift, open up. Option to hover the right foot or maybe even reach for the right foot with the left hand. Keep pressing down, lift the hips, maybe lift your gaze, take another full breath in. Plant the hand, sweep it straight back, three-legged dog. High crescent lunge, take your time, right foot between the hands. Inhale brings you up to standing. Pause here for a breath, reach down into the feet. Take another full breath in. And stay for the exhale, maybe sink the hips a little deeper. Hands to heart center. As you inhale, tilt the chest forward. Revolve crescent lunge, hook that left elbow around the right thigh. 2 breaths here. Keep pressing strong through both legs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, right shoulder back, left shoulder under. Can you stay strong through the legs? Keep the hips low, core engaged. Diagonal lunge. Square your chest forward. Hands to prayer, hovering over that right leg. Option to extend the arms forward this time for a little more strengthening, biceps by the ears. Keep drawing the right hip back in space, keeping the hips squared. Here's the change. Nice and slow, warrior 3, option 2, sweep the arms back to airplane. As you shift the weight forward, strong on the right leg, left leg begins to lift. You also have the option to bring hands to blocks or maybe that chair. 2 breaths here. Keep pressing strong to the right leg. See if you can lift your right hip up, square the left hip down, and then press into the left heel to lengthen the crown of the head forward. Take your time. One-legged mountain. Inhale brings you up to standing, left leg in towards the chest. Maybe extend that left heel forward. Keep the core tight. Tuck the tailbone down. Exhale, feet together, Tadasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hand to big toe pose on the right. So shift the weight over onto the left leg. Bring your right knee in towards the chest. Option to take hands to the right shin or maybe wrap your peace fingers around the right big toe. If you have the bind, you can extend the leg forward. See if you can keep shoulders, hips stacked over one another. Stay here or begin to open the leg over towards the right. Left arm can lengthen out for a little counterbalance. A few breaths here, again working to stack shoulders over hips. You can play with the gaze, maybe let it fall over towards the left side. 2 more breaths. Take your time, come back through center, bring that right leg in front if it's not already there. Option to straighten the right leg if it's not already there. Maybe lift your right heel. And when you're ready, plant the feet, Tadasana. Option to close the eyes, 2 breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, press into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms high, gaze high. And on your exhale, folding forward. Take a breath into halfway lift. And plant the hands, separate jump back, chaturanga, high to low plank. Take a breath into upward facing. And breath out, downward facing. Full breath in. Full breath out. Other side, inhale, left leg will lift, 3-legged dog. Finding the fire hydrant on the left side, begin to extend the left leg away from the body, flex the toes, see if you can keep the weight even through both hands. On your exhale, crunch knee to right elbow, fallen star. Straighten the left leg, right arm begins to open up. Option to maybe hover the foot or reach for the foot. 2 breaths. Can you press down, lift up, maybe open up through the chest, maybe lift your gaze. And take another inhale. 3-legged dog, plant the hands, send the left leg back. Take your time, left foot forward, high crescent lunge. Inhale brings you up to standing. And take a pause here, root down into the feet. When you're ready, hands to heart center, lengthen the crown of the head forward. Nice long line from that right heel all the way through the top of the head. Revolve crescent lunge. Hook that right elbow around the left thigh. 2 breaths here. Can you squeeze through the inner thighs? Inhale to create length. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Left shoulder back, right shoulder under. Keep the hips, chest low. Diagonal lunge, square the chest forward, hands to prayer. This time, option to send the fingers forward, biceps by the ears. Find a little lightness, maybe through the shoulders, the jaw. Stay strong through the legs, maybe even drawing the left hip back, squaring the hips forward. Here's that change, warrior 3. Shift the weight forward, option to airplane the arms or maybe fingertips to blocks, working towards that capital letter T. Can you stay strong through the breath, breathing here? Active through both legs. Begin to light up the posterior chain, engaging the spinal muscles as you find a length. Take your time, nice and slow and controlled, right leg in towards the chest, 1-legged mountain. Option to extend the heel forward, keep tucking the tailbone down. One more full breath in. Plant the feet, Tadasana. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ujjayi breath in. Ujjayi breath out. Last thing here, hand to big toe pose. Shift the weight over onto the right leg. You can reach for the left shin or maybe reach for the big toes. If you have the toes, option to extend the leg forward. And then maybe begin to open the leg over towards the left. Right arm can extend out as a counterbalance. Maybe the gaze follows. 2 to 3 breaths. And take your time, come back through center. Option to keep the heel extended forward, maybe reach the arms up overhead. Take another full breath in. Feet together, mountain pose. And take a moment to land, hands by your sides or maybe hands to heart center. And option to close the eyes, allow yourself to begin to slow down. We'll close our class here with 3 breaths. As you're ready, inhale, begin to fill up. And exhale, let it go. Again, full breath in. Full breath out. Last breath, filling up. open mouth, let something go. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you today, and I hope to be with you next time you're on your mat.